What's going on, folks? My name is Matthew, aka EZBOT. Today we're going to make some techno from scratch with the Digitakt II, Digitone II, Elektron, Octatrack Mk2, and now the OXI E16 as a little companion piece. I recently released a brand new performance template for the Octatrack called the Techno Performance Mixer V2, and it's kind of this easy to learn, hard to master performance template for the Octatrack. Basically just sweet spots, just a bunch of sweet spots for techno production, and gives you the ability to leverage dual recordings and dual buses, and yeah, it works pretty well. We're gonna use it today while we make some techno from scratch, and let's get into it. All right. Here's the equipment: Digitakt II, Digitone II, OXI E16 with a template that I made for the E16 that works in collaboration with my Techno Performance template for the Octatrack. You can get this for free on coffee.com or Patreon. Either one, or don't. Do whatever you want. Basically what it does is it breaks out high-pass filters, low-pass filters, reverbs, delays on both your input buses, so your drum bus and your melody bus. I always split my stuff into drums and melody. I think it sounds better. And it's easier for you to mix that way when it comes to like performance effects, but also it's just easier to like do live house, live techno if you have those two elements split up and you're able to affect them differently. If you want to high pass or low pass your drums specifically, this setup works. If you're an Elektron freak like I am, you're gonna love doing stuff like this. Exactly. And I got that all set up here. It works really well. I like the OXI E16. This is a great little piece of equipment. A little expensive, but you know, if you love what you're doing, it's totally worth it. So a couple of things I wanted to focus on today. I want to use the kind of ingredients that I'm thinking about doing for techno production today is rolling bass line. So we're going to do a 16th note rolling bass line. I also wanted to learn how to do these like techno these punchy little techno, I don't even know what to call them. They're 30-second note like rolls. You know when you hear that, like the rolling, that classic rolling, like super mainstream techno, and it's like da 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 dun da dun, that kind of sound. I think I know how to do it, and we're gonna do it on the Digitone. It's not something I've ever actually done in my hardware setups or anything. Honestly, it's just not something I usually do because I don't make techno all the time. I'm like an electronica type person, but I just love the challenge of techno, and I made this template for techno, so I'm like, I really want to put it through its paces so I can keep adjusting it and making it better, and get good at the craft. That's what I like to do. I like to get good at this stuff. I think it's really fun, and I love the idea of mastering things, and these are really fun devices to learn to master. There's a lot of headroom here. I'm just barely scratching the surface personally, and I've been doing it for years. So to get started, we need to gather some sounds. We need to do some sound design. We need to talk about our pattern length, track speed, all that kind of stuff is stuff that we're going to have to deal with. So first thing I'm going to do, like we don't have anything going on here. I haven't picked out any sounds. The Digitone's just a bunch of sine waves at this moment. We got some default sounds on the Digitakt. They sound like trash. We're going to pick out some new sounds for the Digitakt. And we got the Octatrack doing what the Octatrack does. So Octatrack's good to go. OXI's good to go. These things, they need some coercion. We need to finesse things a bit here. What I like to do is I personally like to work in 8-bar increments, so I'm going to set things up to do that specifically. So I'm going to go function page on my Digitakt, function page on my Digitone. I'm going to set them both up identically. So I'm going to go function yes to change it to per track scaling and set the reset to 128 on both of these machines. If you're new to Elektron and you don't know what I'm doing right now, is I'm setting up a master length for these tracks. Basically 128 is going to make it so any track is going to bounce off the number 128 and reset to the 1. It doesn't matter what value it's set to, 7, 9, 11, 13, odd numbers, doesn't matter. After it counts enough times to 128, always going to reset back to that 1. That's what we're going to do. Leaving the tracks at 16 steps to start is a great workflow, honestly. I think it's a great way to just have these small increments to work on and then kind of like multiply, duplicate, then start subtracting things. I like to like start with too much and then remove. It's a little bit easier to use the eraser than it is to just like do it perfectly the first time, so to speak. And so I just like, you know, I'll make a mess of stuff and I'll go in and kind of just erase the stuff that sucks and leave the good if I'm lucky. Let's hope I'm lucky today. All right, so like I said, I wanted to do like a rolling bass line. So I think I might start with that. So let's go over and sound design some stuff. You know what would be really nice to do this on would have been the Tonewerk, but I'm just waiting for that Tonewerk update. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for the Tonewerk update. When that Tonewerk update comes, you're gonna see a whole lot of Tonewerk happening on the channel. So I'm gonna be jamming on the Tonewerk, but I haven't seen it yet, so we're waiting on that. We're also waiting on the Outbox. Where's that at? I've heard nothing. No idea. I'm hoping that comes really soon because we do a whole bunch of stuff with that because that'd be really fun. I'm actually going to use the Wave Tone engine to start, and Wave Tone engine is like the virtual analog engine on the Digitone. It's really easy to use. It sounds good. We want to make something punchy. I'm hoping to be able to make something punchy. We might want to actually do track link. We may do that. We may try track linking to make like a really punchy bass line. Did someone say Techno? What's up? My dude Sirko's here. How are you, sir? Let's Cook. Tactical MIDI. What's going on? Seek. Draconian Rhythms. What's up, dude? Detro Zero. King Funk. Mr. Piano Carlton. What's going on? GG. Leezy. Tonesmith. Good to see y'all. All right, let's get cooking. Oh, what's this? Oh, cool. All right. Let's do it. Start here. We're going to start with some sawtooth waves. And maybe we'll just start with one oscillator. Go into the setup. And I'm actually going to make it mono mode to start. Go into my effects section. I'm going to make it post filter for the overdrive, and we're going to use overdrive quite a bit. I know it's going to make this track a lot louder. And let's bring this keyboard down a bit. Let's make a nice punchy, resonant bass sound. Could start bringing this one in, maybe make it a sub oscillator. Such a short decay time that it's hard to hear that. Ooh. That's pretty nice. Switch this over. I like using the AHD envelope a lot. It's just so easy to work with. You don't need an ADSR for like attack decay type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Was that loud enough for y'all? You hear that? Okay. We're gonna do like I said, I want to do like a rolling bass line. So let's see how this sounds so far. Let's keep these short. Let's keep them like right under a 16th, maybe. Does that shuffle too much? Yeah. Also, we're gonna bring this down. Get out of here. Maybe that'll do. Just taking notes, copying and pasting them just to make a really fast version of this rolling bass line. It's too high. Too high. See if the hard sync help us out or get some noise in here. Let's get a kick just to accompany this bass line so it inspires us. Really, like, a lot of times, like, you want to throw, like, a 4 on the floor down just because you're like, I want it to sound like music. You just want to get some inspiration, right? That's why I end up with the 4 on the floor in the beginning, and then I kind of, like, start taking it away and, like, mixing up the rhythm a little bit later on into the track, especially with techno. But I find it just, like, obviously feels good to have a 4 on the floor kick and an offbeat hi-hat. It's like, all right, we're already off to the races, right? You can do that. Easy peasy. Hey, what do you know? 5 seconds later, we're at techno. All right, what I really want to mess with, if we could even, let's make this two bars long. Bar 2, we're gonna go up an octave just randomly on one of these. Maybe even spike it a little bit with the filter opening. Oh, a little reverb there. That's kind of cool. Check this out. If I had another element to bring in, this might actually be a nice anticipation. Not ideal to have the stream start with your dog crying at you. Definitely not ideal. I hope she can adjust. All right. I'm super interested to see if we can pull off this, like, da-da-da-da-da-da. I believe I know what has to be done. We're going to go to track 3. We're going to change the speed to 2x because it needs to be 30-second notes. There's a few ways to do the 30-second notes. You don't have to do this. Like right now, we're changing the resolution of the step sequencer, so it's gonna move twice as fast here, right? And if I do like 4 bars, it's really 2 bars because it's twice as fast. And so I kind of want like to find like some nice spots, but I think this might be easier for me to like like to play with this idea. We also need to sound design this. Maybe a preset would be good. The beginning of this sounds like it could be kind of cool. Maybe we edit this a little bit. Maybe not. Oh, there she is. Something like that could be pretty good. Something like that. Make it mono. Let's just see. I want them to be really short. Switch back over to this thing. And they should only be 30-second notes long. You know, a 30-second note. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. If I move it over here. That's totally the right thing. I guess we know how to do it now, huh? What happens if we do this? Oh, geez, that's rad. Okay. What we want to do is we want to edit these effects. These effects suck. Let's go function effects. Change our delay to a ping pong. Make it wide. Give it more feedback. I always do this. I do the same thing every time because I'm a noodle like that. Okay. F. This is the easiest techno I've ever made in my life, or what? I don't like this anymore. I don't mind it. I'm not ready for it. It's happening too often. It also should be like I think. No. I need to do this all the time. Like this is a great way to make techno. Let's copy this page, delete it. It's awesome. Maybe we add like one that's on a trig condition or something. We go here. What am I doing? Paste. Trig condition. What we want to do with this trig condition is, and the idea of the reason why we use a trig condition here is so that, because we're using all 8 bars currently of our resolution, and we're at 30-second notes. We're doing twice as fast in the sequence, but I want this sequence to be a little bit different every time it passes over, right? I like it, but I don't want it to be the same thing every single time. It's annoying. And I don't want to have to do a whole bunch of patterns. I want to be able to improvise on the same pattern for as long as I can. So things like trig conditions are really, really valuable in moments like this. A trig condition is if you're new, and I like to explain things here, this is what we do on the channel. If you're new, a trigger condition in the Elektron verbiage, it's also pretty standard now across like a lot of devices. They call them trig conditions. Essentially, it's a condition to which the trigger must meet in order for the trigger to be activated. So I want to set it to like 1 of 2, or you can give it a percentage chance, or you can make it so that it triggers if another event happens, then it will trigger, and so that it makes this cascading effect, or it doesn't trigger if another event happens. There's all sorts of, Boolean logic concepts that you can implement via these trig conditions. I just want to add some variations, so I'm going to make it like 1 of 2, 2 of 2 kind of thing. So let's set it to just 2 of 2. And we'll do another 2 of 2. Wait, let's go back. Yeah, another 2 of 2. Oh, Jesus. My memory is so short. Here. Okay. Yeah, see? A little something, a little extra. A couple jabs. It's working. Oh, sounds nice with the bit reduction. It sounds better with the bit reduction all the way up. Interesting. Didn't think that would be post filter. I keep forgetting that that's the post filter overdrive on the bottom. Let's bring that down a little bit, a little loud. Let's go back to our baseline. I had the wrong one. I like that better. forgot. I did set it as a hard sync, which uses oscillator 1 to modulate oscillator 2. We should do these resets. So if I detune oscillator 1, it's going to add a little bit of... Wish I could make it punchier. Probably could if I use the FM engine instead. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do a little experiment. I'm gonna copy this pattern. I'm gonna go here and paste it because I know I don't care about that pattern. And but there's actually some good sound design here. Same idea. What do we have? Actually, we could copy this really quick. This might be kind of cool to add over here. Just throw it down on one of these tracks. Track 5, sure. Get that sound and go back here. Go to track 5 and paste that sound. Nice. Okay, now I'm going to copy this pattern. Yeah, I'm going to copy this whole pattern. Go here and paste it. Goodness, I really like the pausing the experiment that I was gonna do because I'm feeling like this is working. So I'm gonna go somewhere really quick. Track 2 is another kick drum. I kind of want to use it as like a kind of like a delay, like mimicking the delay. Just want to see how this sounds really quick. that delay reverb bigger over here too. Is it too quiet? right. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I didn't realize how cool of a sound that made up, and it was sustained. Maybe we go. Do we have any more Oh, we do have more LFOs available. Okay. Maybe we do it to the pitch. Set it to trig. Ramp. Or no, let's do trig half. Wait, no. Am I doing trig half? Oh, okay, let's make this go longer. What? Maybe we do pitch this one? Oh, that's nasty. All right, let's have this trig condition happen like not very often. Maybe on 8 of 8. Because this goes at double speed, so that's really 4 of 4. hear that thing? I just did. Maybe I made the trigger condition too long. Excuse me, maybe 4 of 4? What the hell? It's taking forever. Yeah, okay. Actually, maybe it should just be on its own track. On the 1, copy the sound, paste the sound. Let's just make this, just copy that really quick and make this 8 bars long. And we'll have it on 1 of 2, or 2 of 2. Nice turnaround thing. Cool. Whoa, it's happening too often. Maybe it does need to be 4 of 4. Let's see if we can. Let's make a sidechain bus really quick. Let's go to track 16, 4 on the floor. We'll use an FM drum, move the body, bring up a transient, make it a short little hit, and grab a transient. Doesn't matter what it sounds like, what it looks like. None of that matters. Go to the compressor, turn off the sidechain filter, target track 16, give it a short attack. Release should be at 32. That's good. No makeup gain, compressor 100%, set the threshold and go. We could even experiment with bringing this downbeat baseline punch back and send it through the sidechain bus and let it get ducked and have that be a part of the roll. It could fill it out a little bit, but it's not what I saw people doing as much on the internet when they were doing this style of music. Let's have a listen to it though. We'll see how it sounds. Yeah, maybe this sound should come a little bit later so it doesn't land on top of the da-da-da-da-da-da sound. Like right here. All right. Let's make this the punch of our bass line. Let's use FM drum. This time we won't use any transient, we'll just use this. Let's isolate this really quick. That's pretty nice. What is that mod? Oh, operator AB. Let's go operator AB wave. Was that AB wave? Yeah, it was AB. Okay. Set that to trig. A little exponential envelope. Speed that sucker up. Lock that in. Make this mono. Track layer. I just linked these two tracks together so they play whenever. In fact, this doesn't even need a sequence on it at all. Just remove the sequence. Doesn't matter. Let's bring this down an octave. What is this? Why is this springy? Set this up so the compressor hits it too. Ugh, what just happened? Why does it not match at all? Is that out of tune? Do I have it on here too somewhere? I do. Yeah, that's why it was happening twice. This kick sounds pretty good. All right, let's get some more sounds, shall we? Bento, maybe? Okay. Let's get like a clap. What do you know? Let's find a different clap though, right? Go find an empty slot. Let's check out some drums. Lots of drums to choose from. Or something. Whoops.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get there, hey, we'll go down, deep up, one, and right, go, good, go on, too deep.
Deep could be cool. Can we find a way to use that?
Deep.
Happening too often. So don't think I like the bitrate. Copy that, remove it, expand the track length, put it back down. I'm already getting used to it, so my brain says keep doing it. If I want to find another sample, probably need another sample. Different vocal sample.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wish I had something a little more interesting. What's in here?
Your name's not down, you know. Bad man. Tick.
There's some old.
What the time you have the dread?
That seems fun.
What the time you have the dread?
Right done.
What the time you have the dread?
Let's go to the pitch. Pitch down. See what happens when we do a straight line.
What the time you have the dread? What the time you have the dread?
Take it down.
What the time you have the dread? What the time you have
Guess the trigger's not long enough, huh? Well, that's cool. Alright, let's try. Alright, check this out. So we're gonna record a live loop of our existing track that we have so far. It's recording on 2 different tracks right now. Drums are recording on track 4. Melody is recording on... Smack my elbow. Melody is recording on track 8. They're separated. Right here, this is a recording of track 4. This is a recording of track 8. This is a recording of both. These are the scenes on the Octatrack. They're macros. They change things on the Octatrack for you. I have them pre-set up, 64 of them, 4 different parts with a bunch of different variations. This one right here is a master loop. But say I wanted to bring this sound in or something, I could just use the Digitone loop and bring it in. Right now it's masked. You can't hear it. If I had a pair of headphones plugged in right here on my Octatrack, if I had headphones in there, I could turn up my headphone volume because of the Q, and then I could queue up my incoming audio. So I could hold Q and go 1, 2, 1, 2. And now the Digitakt and the Digitone would run through the headphones into my headphones out. So I could have a pre-listen while the audience is listening to this. I could be listening to this on a separate set of headphones where I could hear this melodic line. I could even write some new music if I wanted in this particular format, right? And now I could be like, maybe take these sounds out. And bring this new sound in. Would have been good to bring in another drum element with that. It would have been much more impactful. Should we sidechain this? I think we should. Make it bounce with our rhythm, yeah. Oh yeah. All right, let's get like a top line, because this is boring. Yeah, let's just get like a drum loop. Could do a drum break, or I could use one of these African perk loops, which I really, really like. It's a shaker. Could chop it up even. What if we did that? Function source, select a slice machine. Yes, create a slice grid. Let's start with 16, just see what's going on. If we hold function, press down, we can go to slices mode on our keyboard, really useful for this particular part. Okay, so we're definitely gonna have to like do adjustments because I didn't re-pitch this to our tempo, which means that I have to, yeah, we have to re-pitch it first. We go re-pitch. This is a whole process, re-pitching samples and stuff. It's kind of annoying. There should just be an operation on the Digitakt that's like re-pitch sample, and it just like creates a new sample for you at the right tempo. Well, that's kind of cool. I love the happy accidents that happen. Like when I threw it in a re-pitch machine and then it's playing for 4 bars and it's not supposed to be 4 bars long. I think it's a 2-bar break, so it should be like this. Right, but at 4 bars. It sounds like something entirely different. That's kind of cool. We'll see what happens. We don't need to have any release stage on this. Remove any like transient stuff with a little bit of attack, a little bit of release just to help us out. Let's see how this sounds with just this kick. No Digitone for a second. We can go out of slice mode, back to tracks. It's got like a triplet vibe. Let's see how it sounds. It sounds better on the 1 for sure. What if we had to go with the correct tempo? If you adjust the start length, it changes. Like you got to use like these values, like 60 is half. As cool as that. As I'd like it to be. sucks. All right, we're not doing that. I just don't think that's the right sample. Function yes when you're in the source mode in this particular window. Like if you're highlighting something and you go function yes, it'll take you back to the original spot where that sample came from. Which is cool because that's where I'd like to be. Maybe just a shaker line? Oh, there's all these, I forgot. That's a nice shaker. I don't know if I've ever been in this folder. Let's sidechain that shaker. Let's go to track 16 and go ahead and do the sidechain bus here as well. We'll just copy our kick drum and paste it. Actually, we should copy this hi-hat and use that as our transient because it's shorter. More of a, you know, of a little pluck sound. Let's go to our compressor and do the same thing that we did before. No makeup gain, short attack. 8 is the number I always go for. Bring that way down. Target track 16. I always do this, especially for techno. And now we go to our compressor routing, remove everything but the stuff that we want to sidechain. We'll sidechain our shaker. I think that's cool. All right. Kind of like it with that reverb rhythm. Maybe we'll just make this longer. We'll go function yes. We'll do a temporary save so I can try this a few times, see if I like what I do. I'm going to do a live record play. Do this at the top of the beat. That's a pretty crazy effect. That's one of the, like, there's all the effects are really subtle in here. That is probably the spiciest one. Some sort of something. Maybe the filter decay time, maybe we set that to like a random, some slew on it. Track 5? Yeah. wish I had another element to bring in here. Well, I think we're getting somewhere. We're definitely making techno. There's no doubt about that. You know, I feel like, much like any sort of music production, I mean, they're all, it's all kind of the same, I suppose. Some, maybe I'm wrong, but techno production, I feel like, is like how many different recipes, like rhythm, sound design recipes, can you put together, and like what, you know, Lego pieces of those recipes can connect into the next piece to make it into this really cool production. I know all music kind of fits in that same category, so of course that's like maybe a silly analogy, but I feel like techno, more than some other genres, has all these familiar recipes, and you can be like, I'm gonna take this one, or take the rolling bass line, I'm gonna take the da 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 da. I mean, I could just take that idea. I heard it in a track, I've heard it in a million tracks. Take that track and I put it over here and it just works, right? And you can take the, you know, the 4 on the floor kick, obviously. But you could, I took this track 2 and I did this like rolling kick transient to have a little bit of like that sound of a delay on your kick without actually using a delay on my kick, right? I'm just taking these ideas and like just popping them into place. You know, insert here. It's kind of like very gamified to me. Makes me think of games. I'm also love video games because I was born in the 80s, so video game freak, pretty much. Buy a lot more of them than I play. Let me check in with the chat, say what's going on. Oh man, I totally forgot to hit start streaming to Twitch. I was gonna try and stream to Twitch this week. I'm gonna try and stream again tomorrow, to be honest. Is techno the Circo signal? Yeah, it is. It is. Techno with breakfast. Hey, what's going on, Hayden? Techno with breakfast, man. Still no word on the Outbox 8. No word. No word. Nice to see Matt. Love your streams. Glad I could see this one. Hey, man, thanks so much. Digitakt II is being delivered tomorrow. Congratulations. Best machine ever. Straight up. Best drum machine ever made. My opinion. Digitakt II. Honestly, there is not a piece of equipment in my studio that I would take over the Digitakt II, including my Octatrack. I love my Octatrack. I use it for what I use it for, but I make the music mostly on my Digitakt, right? I love my Digitone. My Digitone fights with my Digitakt for who's the coolest, but ultimately I think samplers are the best thing ever. But so to me, Digitakt II, it's a golden piece of equipment. Best one ever. Use my affiliate links to buy it. Supports the channel big time. And it costs you nothing. I think you need more techno in your life. Draconian rhythms. Facts. I like techno, man. I like, there's some particular styles of techno I really like. I like dub techno a lot. I can even show you. Check this real quick. This is some dub techno I've been writing. I'll show this very quickly during our stream. It's on the Mate. Want to hear it real quick? Because I really like it. I'm going to finish this. I was thinking about having a buddy of mine play some like saxophone or something over it. Oh, wait, you can't hear it. Neither can I. That's because it's running into the Digitakt, and that's turned off. This is the kind of music I like to make the most. Sponsor me. No one will like you if you don't. second phrase doesn't work right into itself again as well as I'd like it to. Anyway, absolutely love dub techno, my favorite kind of techno, but I just do enjoy making techno in general. I think it's a really fun genre just to explore and learn, and the sound design of it and the technique of it. There's so many different techniques for techno and for performing it. There's a whole bunch of techniques for that and what effects to use and how to make effects for the genre. I just love it. It's so endless. Electronic music is the coolest. I must admit, ultimately, I listen to more rock than I do electronic music. And that's just because that's what I grew up listening to, right? We kind of are what we were when we were young, which is such a strange thing to think about. But I do mostly listen to the same kind of music that I listened to growing up, save for I do listen to some minimal and dub techno. I do enjoy just listening to that, vibing out, playing video games. It's a good time. Back to the chat. A little punchier. Yeah, it wasn't exactly what I wanted. You know, I can't say I've 100% figured out exactly how to make that super punchy bass on the Digitone like you can in Serum. It needs multiple filters to really, really get that punchy sound that's like that techno punchy sound. Maybe there's so much for me to learn. There's just so much to learn. It's just not a genre that I have figured out yet. I'm still working on it. The breakout box is definitely a must. If and when the breakout box gets here, I have so many different ideas for how I would use it. Let's talk about it for a second, because this is actually really interesting. So say the breakout box is here. We can go to let's go to the tactical cam. Analysis cam. We have to turn on our analysis software. There we go. So if I had the breakout box, there's a couple different ways I'd use it. One of them doesn't work for the Octratrack, personally. Digitone, in this setup, will have one. I mean, I'd buy multiple of them. I'd have a bunch, obviously. It's a no-brainer. But one of them for the Digitone II, to break out some of the tracks of the Digitone II, ultimately so that I can run them into really cool effects, right? I want to run them into stuff like my modular. Run it into my modular. I think that'd be dope. So that's one idea. Just to run it into the modular, just to run it into effects, do the ambient stuff, microcosm, and then sidechain that. I'd have to sidechain it in my Digitakt or on my Octatrack, but that's a part of this template, actually. There's a pump right here. So it totally works. That's one idea. Another idea is to use just a Digitakt, and that's it. So essentially the breakout box removes the Digitone. It's just a Digitakt, maybe like a 303 breakout box. And then, this truck outside is so loud. And then have a couple of the tracks, or just some of the tracks out one of the outputs on the breakout box. Not even multiple tracks out, or half the tracks. I don't know, this half, I don't know exactly. But basically make it so I can use the Digitakt with a melody and drum bus and just a Digitakt, because I have this thing inside me that calls to me and it says make music on just one machine and focus on just the one machine. And I think there's something about that that's so powerful. I really do love, and I know my Digitone extremely well, and I love it so much, but spreading yourself across a bunch of different devices is I don't know, unless that device is doing just one thing, I don't know, it can make you lose focus, or you're not putting enough attention to the details on the stuff you're doing on one of the machines. Sometimes, it depends on how much time you have, but I feel like if you write music on just a box, there's something special that happens, the way everything melds together so well, and the way you reuse sounds more often, and they just again, meld together so well. I think that's really special. So that's one of the ideas. Obviously, I'd use it with a bunch of other stuff. I think that it's possible that it could work with devices that are not Elektron. That's not confirmed, but it is possible, and I would like to explore that as well. That's my thoughts on Outbox 8 and how I would use it so far. Tonesmith, I love the OT. I love the OT. Sounds good. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I like the Octatrack lets me create so many variations of the main idea of the song, which is a sampler should be doing. Totally agree with that. I just wish the OT pitched the same way the DT does. Man, me too. You know, I really do think that at some point they're going to make something, either another Octatrack, or they're going to, because it would be so silly. Can you imagine being a company that sold like a bajillion Octatracks? You haven't made a new one in over a decade, and everybody wants it, and you have the ability to do it, and you don't? How silly that would be. Like, how you just be like, your investors would just be like, well, I guess you don't care. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, they have to try. They have to try something at least similar to it. From a business standpoint, it makes no sense not to make another Octatrack, so it has to come at some point. Something similar. You know, something with the fader still. And the live resampling. That has to come from Elektron. I don't know when, but it has to. It doesn't make sense any other way. Let the Digitone scream. I want to. I'm trying to get a loud PA system to make Underground Party. That'd be fun. You should add a big drum break. Like use it as a break or just on top of it. Bro, on the Jungle sample pack. Okay, I'm with you. We're going to do that. Zarin, you make a great point. That's a great idea. Your name's not down. You're not coming. Nice bongo section. Rut techno. Here's the problem I have. If you make a track with this setup, you can't play it with a different setup, and setups always change and evolve. That's not true, though. You're right about half of that statement is true. That you can't play it on a different setup. Although you could record a lot of this into a separate setup. Like, that's totally, like, you could say you wanted to switch over to a black box or even just to an Octatrack alone. I could record this all into an Octatrack. I could even record 8 separate stems of these sounds into the Octatrack and affect them differently. So that's not entirely true. But I will say, like, your setup doesn't have to change all the time. I don't think your setup should change all the time. That's what modular is for. If you want your setup to change all the time, invest in modular. Your setup will never stay the same. But when it comes to this stuff, like for me, I mean, I own all the Elektron stuff, save for Mono Machine and Machine Drum. I don't own those. They're very expensive and they're old. So I don't want to spend the money on them because I just won't use them. They'll just end up sitting on the shelf. But I own everything else and I love them all. But these are the ones I love the most. And I'm like an Elektron user, tracker dude. And so my setup doesn't change. So that's not necessarily true. So I could write this music into my setup. It doesn't change. I'm being redundant. I completely switched it around. Used to listen to hip hop. I only listen to drum and bass and jungle right now. Drum and bass is really fun to listen to. Drum and bass is just, it's very rock and roll too. I did a whole live setup just on my Digitakt plus effects at the weekend. Exactly. Just Digitakt live shows are absolutely fire. Greetings from Spain. Do you recommend any notes and trigger for an Oscar techno style bass? I wish I knew what that meant. I don't know what that is, but I like that. Techno is the most sophisticated type of 4-on-the-floor music. If done right, it is polyrhythms and meters can make it so nice and hypnotic. You know, you bring a good point up. I haven't done any poly meter yet. We haven't done any of that. We should do that. I feel like the Toneverk was their attempt at a new Octatrack, though. I do not agree. I think you're wrong. I mean, I love you for sharing that thought. Thank you so much. I do not think that is correct. I think that you will see something else eventually because the Toneverk is not called Octatrack. It also doesn't do anything like the Octatrack. It just has effects and stuff. That's like the closest because it has insert effects. It just isn't. It's a polyphonic like it's supposed to be a synthesizer. This was their take on exploring sample synthesizer stuff. Definitely not going to be an Octatrack. I want a Syntakt, but afraid they'll release a new one. They're not releasing a new Syntakt, from what I understand, my friend. I don't see that happening. It was also released very recently. They didn't go upgrade from Digitakt 1 to Digitakt 2 in like 2 or 3 years. They did it 5 or 6 years later. Yeah, and only because they could. Like, they didn't need to, but... well, they did need to. I think it was a good idea. But regardless, I don't see them doing... I think the Syntact was like... makes me think of Korg. Not that Elektron and Korg have any sort of correlation with each other, but Korg, I think of Korg sometimes when I think of like, they will be like, they'll have a lot of parts and they'll be like, let's use these parts, let's make an instrument. And they'll make something. That's kind of like what they did with the Syntact. They're like, we have all these parts still. They're rhythm parts. Let's make a Syntact. I don't even know if that's true or how it went, but to me, that's how it feels. I guess I just don't know much about Tonewerk. I thought it was a sampler. No, you're right. You're right about the sampler thing. Like, you're not wrong about that. I'm not saying like you're being silly or anything like that. What I'm saying is that they're so like sampling is just a type of let's just call it a synthesis. Let's just say sampling is a type of synthesis, right? And the Octatrack uses it, the Tonewerk uses it. That's where their relationship is the strongest, is that they both use that type of synthesis. They both have insert effects, that makes them more relatable, and they both have multiple inputs, again, more relatable. Or they both have multiple outputs, not multiple inputs. But the Tonewerk is just different. It's it's meant to play back. It's got a keyboard on it for a reason. It doesn't have a crossfader. The Octatrack is supposed to be a dynamic sampler, live resampling, insert effects on incoming audio, multiple inputs. There's some correlation, of course, and everybody's made the same assumption that you've made, or the same correlation that you've made. But ultimately, it's my opinion at least, that they are not that similar, and they shouldn't be used for the same things. Although the Tonewerk's effects are superior to the Octatrack's. Femto Sound, what's going on? One of our mods is here. So is Circo, also a lovely mod. I agree. I agree with Femto. I want to love my Digitone Mark 1 more, but programming useful sounds on it sounds impossible. Digitone 1 is awesome. I love the Digitone 1. Levi, how's it going, man? I love the Octatrack. It's one of the best pieces of gear ever. I totally agree. All right, let's get back to our tunes. Somebody had mentioned that we needed to get like a polymeter scenario here. Let's do it. And also we had talked about putting a drum break here. Got the shaker loop. But it's like on the wrong spot. It's not even the right shaker. Let's switch out the shaker loop, see if we can get one. See if this one sounds better. Okay, let's try and we'll put a break on, I'll do it on 15. I don't know if I like that reverb thing that I did to the shaker loop now. We could resample it to 142 and then chop it. It's work. How many bars is it? It's 2 bars? Yeah, it's 2 bars long. Okay. Make it 2 bars. Set the trig length to 32. Nice break. Better be quantized. Let's just hear if it's quantized first. It is quantized. Okay. Switch this to an attack, hold, decay. Let's go to our sampler. Let's record. What track's it on? 15. Track 15. And set it to record start. It already is. We want 2 bars. That's good. We're good on that one. Do we want to affect it at all? I guess we could do that after we resample it. That way I can use it again multiple other places. That makes the most sense. All right. What was that break called? Breeze break. $142. Track 15. Cool. All right, switch it to a slice machine. Yes. Create slice grid. Yeah, probably 16. Looks decent. Ish. We'll start like this. This is how I like to approach breaks. You know, do the classic linear locks, and then adjust the linear locks. So right now it should just play normal. Well, it will. That's actually kind of cool, honestly, but it's supposed to be 2. I kind of liked it the other way. Maybe this one plays for, like, get out of here. This one does the 2 steps. That's so cool. On the 8th note, on the top of the beat on bar 1 and bar 2. A vocal sample doesn't have to happen all the time. Let's take that out for a second. Clear that out. I don't want to look at that. These snares sound really good. That can work. That doesn't need to happen all the time, though. It's happening too often. Let's have it be like a turnaround type thing. We need more auxiliary sounds, so let's play with some stuff. Let's go here. Let's use one of my presets, see what I got cooking. Yeah. Yeah. Make the C-bars long. Send this into the sidechain bus too. Whoops. It's just the D sharp, is that all I got? Does this break suck? try and switch this sound out really quick. Sidechain that. As cool as that sound is, it's super weak. Alright, let's try that. Let's do a little polymetrics here. Yeah. Got a real screechy sound to it. Where's that coming from? Slow this LFO way down. Let's make an alternative hi-hat. I'm copying the pattern, the stupidest pattern ever. Let's make it a bigger hat. I thought I liked this, but I guess I hate it. Is the Toneverk one-shot similar to the Digitakt one? If I chop my samples on PC, I think it could be a good jungle machine. I don't want to get the two boxes, but I love the idea of sample mangling. Is the Toneverk? Yeah, the Toneverk's one-shot is just like the Digitakt's one-shot. It's very good, except for it can do polyphonic playback, so you can play back huge chords with the one-shot. It sounds really good. You don't have to use the multi-sampler on it at all to do stuff like that. Check out the pump effect right now. This is an Octatrack. This is one of the features of the E16 template that I made for Performance Mixer 3.0 and for this new Techno Mixer V2. Yes. And you can go. That's a real banger right there. Give me another kick drum. Sounds like absolute balls. Ooh. God, you sound so weak. Why are they two different tunings? What's going on? I did the delay on the kick trick. Why? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. I hate that thing ringing out like that. Should we add some... So we could add some poly rhythm to this. Kind of like... I think the brake doesn't have the right quality to it. Let's just copy this, clear it, paste it. You know what we should do? I have this preset noise sweep that I really like. Should throw it on one of these tracks. Load. Yeah, that should happen like every 2 bars. Every 8 bars? Maybe we should use that board sleeve. Has a little auxiliary sound, maybe? Oh, I know what we could do. We could do a little arpeggio. Right? Here's an idea. Let's go to an empty track. Is there something on 6? We'll do it on 6. My EDM art patch. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's program this. Where did I put this? We want to do this afterwards. What is it that's causing the detune? Doesn't actually do anything. I wonder if it matters. Let's do a temporary save. I want to see what happens. should be a triplet. Yeah, it is a triplet. So when you do the 30-second notes, you space it out like this. Let's do another triplet. Maybe it should start here? Why do I not like that? Well, that's cool. That actually works. What if we portamento this? Made this long. Is it on the one? Where did I put that thing? Just get rid of it. Sick of it. But on this one, this can't happen all the time. These all need to have condition. Some random thing. I don't really know. I guess that works. 2 of 3, sure. Okay. Some mainstream techno. Trance now. Well, I've effed it up, haven't I? That does not hit hard enough. What do we need? Do we need like a cymbal on the kick hit? Kind of thing? Like this, but like... What do I need, Eric? Was that too hard? We need some stuff to just like rip, just like randomly, just like. Honestly. Whoa! Copy that. We gotta replace the sound there. the volume difference is striking. What if we sidechain that? I like that idea. So like, maybe if I don't have this riff, like, hold on, let's find the good one. There's a particular one in here that's the one. Okay, so we go here, put it here. Before we do that, let's make this longer. Then put it here. Then grab that sound, put it there, and our alt is this. Make it louder too. Sounds goofy as shit. Stupid. I wonder what that would sound like. Not bad, honestly. No. Take it easy. Fast restricted noise with some ducking. We just need we need a vocal again. They're all just...
Sure feels good to...
Don't
Cool. That sound can't happen all the time. I did like a triplet here. Right. That's kind of crazy. Maybe for a different style of music altogether. Oh no, wait, no, what we'd want to do here is we could use the high pass filter on just the kicks. Oh, for this effect does both. And you go here, you look at the level, it's at 90, bring it down to 0, bring it up. I'm just doing panning and doing panning onto each side. These mods down a bit. Or we could try doing a triplet with them. See how that sounds. Go down to the length of a bar. Set the rate to a triplet rate, 12 or 24. Oh yeah, we got that C sharp in there. Oh, that sounds crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. sounded better where it was, I guess. That's a cool alternative. Do we have anything here? Let's take it. Copy, paste, go here. Copy, go here. Paste, mute, track. 2 pages. This one. How many? 12? This one, 6. It's 9. This effect was actually super sweet. Check this one out. That's so sick. This sound could be cooler. I feel like it's very techno as it is. So much distortion on it. randomization on the filter. God damn it, I forgot to bring the bass in with that. I don't think there should be like something just like fast, like this sound is a great sound for the track, I think. I just want to have something like what the hell? Damn. I feel like that's a good breakdown. Like, this goes great, like... That's awesome. I love this part. That wah wah. It's a nice break. Maybe what we do is, at this moment in the music, maybe what we would do is bring the track level down, unmute, start bringing this in. god. Wait, what did the button do? Do I assign that button to do something? -64. Oh my god. This is something they need to fix on here. That's sent a CC to turn the volume to -64 because of something I had programmed a while back. Let's see. I think I might be able to fix it by going. I would just go erase. Yes. Hold on. Okay, when I push the button, it's still sending -64 when I press the button. Why? Push CC17. How about type off? How about that? Aha! Now switch it back to a snapshot. Now go back and copy. We go to, can I copy it? Whatever. Let's go here and do the same thing. Yeah, I gotta do it here too. Erase. Just gonna in here. Push. Type off. Reload. What is all this? Get out of here. Special snapshot. Okay. Now go like this. Exit, save, load it up. That actually sounds really like, then the pump is a little bit more pronounced. Maybe this pumping needs to be stronger. Nice little effect. Cute. A nice build right there. You gotta have something to replace it though. So that's a nice little builder. Save that for that. Sick. We made techno today. It's always good when you say you're going to do something and then you do it. Nothing like following through. There's something really special about that. Following through with stuff. Just like throwing a pitch. Just feels good afterwards. Check in with the chat. I'm not into techno like this, but it sounds bonkers right now. Thanks, Tone Smith. I do like this kind of techno. It's pretty fun. It's very dancey. I'm practicing, man. I am trying to get good. I'm not into techno. Oh, wait. YouTube algorithm doing its thing. Do you have the OXI controlling scenes or just effects already on scene A? So I have effects on my Octatrack. Answer your question. What I have is like, I have my performance template that I build, right? This one is my techno template. It's like just the bare minimum for just the essentials for techno is what I put in here. And just a bunch of variations of the essentials. And it's still like, I'm going to keep updating this. I'm working on this one. It's completed and you can get it if you want to on Ko-fi or Patreon. But anyway, enough advertisement. Basically what this is doing is the Octatrack is acting like a pedal board. This is controlling the effects on the pedal board. I think you already understand that. I'm maybe over answering your question just for the sake of answering questions to, you know, other people who might be watching. But essentially, like, there's a low pass filter in here that there's no effects seen on here that has a low pass filter. Really, like, there's some stuff that uses both high and low pass filter because of the dual peaks on the filter on the Octatrack. It's cool to use. And so, but this has like, I don't have a scene for that. You could do it on the Octatrack without this. It's just easier to do this because you can hit the button and it snaps back. Sounds pretty cool. So this is just controlling like single effects. Some of the things have two things they're going to at the same time, but most of them are just going to a single parameter that I just, for quick access to stuff that you didn't have access to. Anyway, that's essentially what this is doing. Yeah. Digitact's doing drums. Digitone's doing melody. This is breaking out some of the effects on here. This is a macro thingy. I'll do more up. This is going to be this template that I have for the OXI E16 that controls my performance mixer templates. Currently is up to date to function on this template on the Octatrack. Or this configuration on the Octatrack. So you could build the same configuration. I'm happy to tell you how to do it too. And it also works on Performance Mixer 3.0, which is another techno template with a lot more crazy effects. Huge builds, have built-in noise sweeps and stuff like that. Eventually it'll have the Hybrid 4x4 and the HyperFX template as well. But I'm going to keep updating this until until this controls all of the templates that I make for the Octatrack. And it has 2 MIDI outs, which I really like. So one of them I'm going to send over to my Digitone. And then make some stuff, on the fly for the Digitone for live performances. Last time I went to a show, it like hurt my hearing. So I've been kind of avoiding playing live. But I'm feeling pretty much recovered now. But I'm not really ready to go and risk it quite yet. But I'm happy to play on YouTube, that's for sure. Happy to do it right here. Do you make this shit look easy? He's just a practice junkie? funny that you say that. When I was growing up, I was in a band. I was a singer and the guitar player. I was a songwriter in a band for years throughout high school. And I'd like to say that, and I like to think that we were, of the bands in high school, that we were the best. Definitely the most practiced. To your point, we practiced a lot. We were obsessed with being like perfect and being really good at what we did, and or just being tight. We were obsessed with being really tight. And I am a practice junkie. Absolutely. I like video games that require a lot of practice. I actually recently bought a leverless gamepad for playing like Street Fighter 6, and which I'm no good at, and Marvel Tokon, which was fun. I played the beta. That was cool. I'm just a Dark Souls-ish kind of dude. You know what I mean? I like things that are difficult, get good at it. It's the kind of person I am. It's fun, you know? Music's that way. I mean, if you're into music, you like difficult things. You know what I mean? It's just hard. 6 psytrance. Thank you. I definitely there's some patterns in here, some melodic patterns that definitely take it to psytrance. But yeah, you're right. You're right. It's very ravey techno. Very ravey techno. It's just set to CCs, different items in your OT on your through tracks. It's awesome. Yeah, I know you get it. I know most people get it. If you're watching this channel, you likely already understand quite a bit about music production. Because that's all we do here. Over and over again. Every week. I'm going to try and do it again tomorrow. I'm going to try and stream again tomorrow. If I can. That's the plan. How long have we been going for? 3 hours? Holy shit. That's a long time. All right. Wow. I hadn't played music like this in a while, and I like what we did. Here's a pro tip from me to you. Save your projects. Save your projects. Always save your projects. Save often. Save your patterns. It's another great thing you should do. Go into your project, save your patterns, rename your patterns. What do we call this track? I don't know. We'll call it From Soft. When you save your patterns, we'll have to resave the pattern multiple times as we're working on this pattern, even though we're done for today. When you save your patterns, you can reload your patterns in a specific pattern state. Really good for practicing before you play a show. Why it's really good for practicing is because you can set up all your mutes ahead of time. So like say if we were to play this song live, what would we have going on? We'd have something to start us off. Not that stuff. Not that. Maybe that. Maybe it would just start off with that. And then we would drop into our kick pattern, kick and drum bass that pattern. For this. Oh my god, you hear it? I know we're supposed to be done, but I heard it in my head and now I gotta do it. So I go, when this goes, I want to hear that again. I want to hear it right here. I want to hear it right there. When that other one doesn't play, I want to hear it on. Don't play one of three. Yeah, we can find out. Anyway. That didn't do at all what I wanted it to do. All right, I'll revisit it later. Been doing this for too long. My name is Matthew, aka EZBOT. This has been a live stream showing off the Techno Performance Mixer V2, which is completed and available on patreon.com/EZBOT and also coffee.com/EZBOT. You can also download the OXI E16 template to go along with it. That's free. That's on both platforms as well. We were playing with the Digitakt II. You got to watch me make this song that you just heard from scratch on the Digitakt and the Digitone II, as well as witness some sound design and stuff like that. And hopefully it's helpful for you if you're new. Even if you're not, maybe I showed you something you hadn't seen before. I don't know. Maybe. I hope. That's my hope for this channel, is to be helpful and useful and possibly entertaining. And also maybe nice on your ears, if I'm lucky. My goal was to make some techno today, and I think we pulled it off. I feel like we made some very mainstreamish sounding techno, which honestly was kind of my goal. It's what I listened to right before I started the stream. I listened to some mainstream sounding techno, rave techno. It was supposed to be a ravey techno mix or whatever. Anyway, I kind of heard that last, and that's what I tried to make once I sat down. If you want to support this channel, you can just become a subscriber to the YouTube channel. It does me wonders. It helps get the channel out there, which gets people's eyes on the work that I do, and possibly gain some supporters here and there, which is really nice because I survive off of community support. What else can I say? Yeah, if you want to support the channel further, you can visit patreon.com/EZBOT. You can sign up for the Patreon. There's lots of rewards on there. I have my Toneworks Profit Keys pack dropping this week. I just finished doing the artwork for it. So 25 multi-samples, 4 velocity layers from a Profit 5 Rev 4, which I own here in the studio. It's all keys patches. That'll be available on Patreon, also on Coffee. But if you join Patreon, you just get everything. And you also support this YouTube channel to continue doing live streams and make videos and tutorials for you. Every single week I do this. So if you like having this available for you every single week, you gotta support the channel. It's the only way it works. I do it. I'm on like 15 Patreons. I'm a patron to 15 people. I give them my money, 15 of them. Yeah, it's a lot. It's how we got to do it, because no one else is going to pay art. You know, people don't want to pay for art. It's the way it is. 2026, nobody cares about us anymore. I don't know what happened, but we're just being eaten alive. So apparently we have no value. After World War III, everyone's going to be really happy that we're around, because people are going to be really bored without electricity or internet. They're going to need us. So we'll be valuable soon, right? Soon enough. I love you all. Thank you for the support, and I'll see you next time. Actually, gonna do this.